Hi guys, and welcome to World of Tanks Review. I'm Buddy1927. Today I'm on the World of Tanks test server, going over the 9.3 patch, and I'm going to be reviewing today the KV-85, which is a Tier 6 Russian heavy tank, and it's going to be replacing the KV-1S. The KV-1S is being moved down to Tier 5, and this tank is going to be replacing it. And during this review, I'm also going to be going over the stats of the current KV-1S, which is on 9.2. So that way, I'm going to compare the stats between these two tanks. So that way, you can see what changes that they have made and whether or not it's good or bad. So let's go ahead and start with the stats. Let me blow that up for you so you can see that a lot better. And there we go. The KV-85 has 870 hit points. Now, the current KV-1S has 810 hit points. Engine horsepower is actually the same on both, with 600 horsepower. Top speed on the KV-85 is 34 kilometers per hour, where the top speed on the KV-1S was 43 kilometers per hour. So you're losing a little speed on this tank. It's not going to be going as fast as the KV-1S. The traverse speed on this is both 30 degrees per second. The hull and the turret is actually the same. The hull is 75, 16, 60 on both the KV-85 and the KV-1S, and also the same for the turret, 190, 90. We'll go over the gun a little bit later. The turret traverse speed is 28 degrees per second on the KV-85 and the same for the KV-1S. The view range on the KV-85 is 340 meters compared to the 330 meters on the KV-1S. So you actually get 10 meters further. You can see 10 meters further with the KV-85. And the signal range on both are the same at 440 meters. So that's not too bad. Now, the KV-1S, let's take a look at how it comes. You start off with a Tier 6 gun, the 85mm gun, and you can upgrade to the 100mm gun and the 122mm gun. I'm currently running the 100mm, and I'll get into that a little bit. I'll get to that here in a second. Okay, switch back to the garage, and actually what I'm going to do is pull up the top gun on this, and I'm going to compare it to, oops, I screwed up, and compare it to, no, I had it right first time. Maybe I can click the right button. I'm going to blow that up so you can see that a lot clearer. Okay. Now, the top gun on the KV-1S is also the 122 caliber. Now, the difference between this is the 85 fires 3 rounds per minute compared to 3.75 rounds per minute. So, it's about three quarters faster on the KV-1S in reload time compared to the KV-85. Now for the damage, the current gun is 175, 217, and 61, and that's the same for the KV-1S. Now the damage on this is 390, 390, and 465 for the 85, and also the same for the KV-1S. Now the accuracy on this gun on the 85 is 0.5 compared to 0.46 at 100 meters for the KV-1S, so it's not as accurate as the KV-1S. Aiming time on this is 0.3 seconds compared to 0.34 seconds on the KV-1S. Both of them can shoot AP, APCR, and high and HE rounds. So both these tanks have about the same type of gun on them. Accuracy is a little bit less, and the aim time is a little bit longer on this gun compared to the current 122 Top Gun available on the KV-1S. Now, I am actually using the 100mm caliber gun, and I'll go over this gun real quick. It has 7.89 rounds per minute. Does less damage, 170. Does less pin at 170, 210, and 150, and does less damage at 250, 250, and 330. But the accuracy is at 0.38 at 100 meters. Aiming time is a lot better at 2.7. It also carries AP, APCR, and high explosive. Now, the reason why I carry this gun isn't because it does more alpha damage. It actually does more damage per minute than the 122 does. Yes, it does have less pin, and yes, it does a lot less average damage. But I can actually fire 2.1 rounds more than I can with the 122. So if you add up the average damage with AP, that'd be 500 in 1 minute compared to the 390 in the on the 122 gun. So I do end up doing a lot more damage in the same amount of time. So damage per minute, I do more damage with this gun than I would with the 122. So that's the reason why I'm using this gun. And this isn't a bad gun at all. I've enjoyed playing this gun a lot. I'm playing this tank a lot. I'm currently have vents equipped on this. Gun rammer, which gives me an added 10% to my reload time, and I have the enhanced gun lane drive only because vertical stabilizers, I don't think. Yeah, let's close this stuff up here. I don't think vertical stabilizers are available for this gun. As soon as I get the right buttons. No, they're not. So that's the reason why I have those three picked out. So I do have this tank in action. So let's take a look at the clip. I'll see you all on the other side. Hi guys, and welcome to World of Tanks Replays. I'm Buddy1927. Today I'm on the World of Tanks test server doing 9.3 patch and looking at the KV-85, which is the Tier 6 tank destroyer, that heavy tank that is replacing the KV-1 in the Russian line, the KV-1S in the Russian line. Sorry guys. The map we're on is Cliffs, and this is a Tier 6 battle. So we're going to take a look at this, and this is actually the first run I actually did on the KV-85 to see what it can do. So far, I've had actually some good success with the KV-85. There's some enemy spotted. Good shot there. Okay, I got already hitting at me now. And on the test server, you have people from different servers. Most of the guys that I was with were on the Russian server. Actually, my account is on the EU server that I'm playing with right now. Did a critical hit. my first kill. Second kill. Score is 5-2. We got 6-2. Now we got 3 enemy tanks left. And we're continuing on. I'm actually heading back towards where I came because there's one tank left and looks like that's where he's coming down, and that is it. That's game, guys. That definitely was a victory overall. So as you can see, that definitely was a victory. My buttons aren't working right, sorry guys. I did get Master Tank Second Class, Master Gunner, and there's 2 other new medals. The first one is called Duelist, and the other one is Fire for Effect. So that wasn't bad. Let's go ahead and go over the team score. And as you can see, I actually came second in damage for 1,075. Navarro 1976 from the Russian server did 1,099 and 3 kills, so that's not bad. Let's take a look at the overall score. I fired a total of 6 shots, had 6 direct hits, 6 penetration, so 100% hit ratio. Damage done, I did 1,075. 280 of it was over 300 meters. I received 2 hits, 2 penetration, and also received 2 splash damage. I was credited for spotting 2 vehicles, damaging 5, and destroying 2, and 743 for assist bonuses. And after ammunition repairs and consumables, because I used the large repair kit, that's 20,000 credits, I still made 5,806 credits, and it was a ×2, so 2,054 experience went straight to my cruise, so that wasn't bad at all. Now the KV-1S is going to be downsized to the Tier 5, and I have the version of Tier 5 here. I really haven't had that many good games on it, to be honest with you. But once I get a good game on it, I'll go ahead and do a review of the KV-1S so you know what that will look like. Now for the KV-85, that is replacing the KV-1S. It has its pros and it has its cons. It's actually a lot more balanced tank than the KV-1S currently is. It's not OP, it's a good solid tank. It doesn't have the speed the KV-1S does, but it does give you an extra 10 meters view range out of it, so you can spot your tanks a lot quicker. And if depending on your play style now, you have 3 guns that you can select with. I use the second gun, the 100 millimeter, and I actually do pretty good in it, as you can see in this replay I just did. So it depends on your play style is how you want to do it. When 9.3 comes out, I would recommend that you try it, see if you like the tank. Of course, you're going to have to play it differently than the KV-1S, so you have to get used to that. But overall, it's a good solid tank. I would recommend it for your garage, in your arsenal, to make sure that you have a good Tier 6 tanks. Actually similar to the VK3601H in the way of the play style, so I think it's going to be okay. So if you like this video, please like us on YouTube. If you have any comments, leave your comments down below on my YouTube page, and if you haven't done yet, subscribe to my channel. That way you know when the latest video I do comes out. Once again, thank you for watching this video, and do me a favor, save some tanks on the battlefield for me. Y'all have a good day.